She's a black mark on her soul. In her hands is my heart, and she won't let go till it's scarred. Try to breathe, but I can't, 'cause the air she feeds me is damned. Got a touch like a thorn, 'cause the girl she's hiding horns. She got blood cold as ice and a heart made of stone, but she keeps me alive. She's the beast in my bones. She gets everything she wants when she gets me alone, like it's nothing. She got two little horns and they give me a little bit. She got two little horns and they give me a little bit. She's a fire in the sand, and I burn breathing her in. Now it's love suicide, and I'll sell my soul for the high. Truth be told, I don't mind, 'cause her hair's my paradise. She can crush every hole, got her heels stomping down my throat. She got blood cold as ice and a heart made of stone.
All right, today we're in the 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it and what we think of it.
Viva Italia.
Viva Italia! All right. So the DNA.
DNA, let's talk about it.
DNA is Alfa's drive mode selector choice thing.
On the fly. Yep.
So the acronym stands for dynamic,
Dynamic,
naturali,
neutrali,
which is natural, which is your just kind of everyday driving mode, and then A, which is A is up for discussion. It means all weather, right? Is that what they? That's what they told us.
That's what they said, but to me that makes no sense.
Right. So it's more of like your economy driving, right?
Yeah, it's saving gas.
For our purposes, we're going to leave it in dynamic.
Dynamic. Yes. Dinamento. One of the biggest things that I think you and I pretty much like hats off are the paddle shifters.
Paddle
in this
shifters.
car. It hits on every level. They're big. They're like you're in a Ferrari.
Yep.
They're where they're supposed to be. They're
they make
on
you
the
feel
column.
You got the plus and minus, so they're dedicated up and down. You know, the down is on the left, up is on the right.
Yep.
And they're on the column. And I think that there's a big misconception there.
Yes.
With people having the argument of like, well, if it's mounted on the steering wheel, so it turns with the steering wheel, you always know where the paddles are. But I think that's completely false.
Yeah.
So you always know where they are if they're fixed on the column. One of my biggest pet peeves
You're pissed off, aren't you?
with cars is when they design an ugly steering wheel. I mean, this isn't the 70s. We have the technology to get the airbag really small.
Yeah.
And they nailed it. The design of it is beautiful. I think it's really well done. So what are you buying into when you get it? When you get an Alfa, you're like, it's a backed company. You're not going to be left for dead. The company is not going to disappear,
No.
and you're going to be stuck like, oh, where am I going to get parts for this thing for maintenance?
Exactly.
No, you're buying into a $1 billion company. Like they're here to stay, and of course their dealer network is growing as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. They did not. Like, this car is completely bespoke, all the parts on it. It's all built for this car. There's nothing that shares in any other Alfa. You're not like sharing parts with the Fiat 500 or something in here. This is all for this car.
This is this is purpose built for one reason.
Got two little horns and they give me a little bit.
The navigation screen on the TI, you get the 8.8-inch screen, which is excellent. But no matter what size screen you get, with the wide screen, it's still hidden behind this larger piece here, so you don't feel like you're missing out.
It's like a two-way mirror kind of thing. It disappears.
Right, you don't see any edges. It blends just perfectly into the dashboard. Though, is because it blends so well. Unlike its competitors, that basically look like an iPad super glued.
It's like an
to the
afterthought.
dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody came along with bubblegum and stuck their iPad to the dashboard
I know.
on like the Mercedes or something, for instance.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll tell you, just that whole thing aside, you could call this any name you wanted, and it is a fantastic car. It looks good. It looks the part. I think the icing on the cake is that it is Italian. That finally an Italian company has got it right. And
well, I mean, there's the newness of it, which is exciting, but it's you feel like you're buying something that has far more character and some soul. And I know those are some adjectives that get thrown around a lot with Italian cars, but you genuinely feel it. I mean, you've got, what year is your old Alfa?
Well, which one?
Your gray one.
The Giulia I have is a 72.
72, and now 40 years later, do you feel that DNA in here, like the Alfa DNA?
Yeah, I do actually.
Like Top Gear, they've said in the past, like you can't consider yourself a true car guy, a true petrol head,
yes,
until you've owned an Alfa. And I think that's
true.
That's now true again for Americans. You've got the 4C, which is amazing, the 8C, which is now one of the rarer awesome cars. But this car is now
this is an everybody car. Now there's no excuse not to at least own an Alfa at one point.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In her heart, there's a home. There's a black mark on her soul. In her hands is my heart, and she won't let go till it's scarred. Try to breathe, but I can't, 'cause the air she feeds me is damned. Got a touch like a thorn, 'cause the girl, she's hiding horns. She got blood cold as ice and a heart made of stone, but she keeps me alive. She's the beast in my bones. She gets everything she wants when she gets me alone, like it's nothing. She got two little horns and they give me a little bit.